Now, of course, if you are not doing any translation here, of course, you need to talk about the results. And you need to be in this section, which is C, under the body of the text. Of course, we have started talking about, under the body of the text, we talked about various elements, if you remember, and I'm just going to go through them again, which is the introduction, just to remind you, and then the method, and now we are talking about the results. And under the results, of course, you should present your findings objectively, explaining them mainly in the text, And of course, objectively meaning you are observing what others have actually given you as information, as a data, and you are putting forward objectively what they have done and what you have as a result of that. Of course, you present the findings as a scholar, as a researcher, objectively, explaining them mainly in text, so you write them in the form of text. And you also need to show the results that contribute to the scientific knowledge. So it should really be extremely clear, crystal clear, and quite logical in your organization of these results. And of course, you need to base the sequence of the text on perhaps tables or figures or graphs that presents your findings in the best possible way. You can also emphasize any significant findings that you have. You need to emphasize them very clearly. And the tables, of course, and the figures must also be numbered separately. So the tables are separately numbered to the figures. So the figures should be brief, of course, but a complete description, that reveals, this complete description should reveal the how the data was produced. But now it's very important not to interpret your findings here under results. So in this section, you leave the interpretation of the results to the next section, which I will talk about under body of the text, which is called discussion and conclusions section. But this one here, you only present the results objectively and precisely and organized way, putting tables and figures and graphs, but you don't interpret them here. You interpret them in the discussion and in the conclusion.